Sometimes a single day can tell you everything about where the world is heading. And today, we're zoning in on just one of those days, January 1st, 2026. We're going to follow the clock as it moves across the globe to see a really powerful story unfold. So, yeah, while pretty much everyone is celebrating the new year, something else is happening, kind of quietly in the background. What does this one day actually mean for animals? Well, let's find out. Our 24-hour journey starts in the United States. Okay, so our story kicks off on the American West Coast. Right as the clock strikes midnight, a brand new, really powerful legal shield for animals just clicks into place. Now, to really get the importance of what's happening, we have to be crystal clear on this term, puppy mill. These aren't your small, responsible breeders. No, these are massive, industrial-style operations where the bottom line is profit, and it often comes at a terrible, terrible cost to the animal's health and well-being. And California is coming at this problem from all sides, which is pretty amazing to see. First, they're taking a legal sledgehammer to that whole puppy mill to pet store pipeline. Then they're protecting our pets, like cats, from really painful and unnecessary procedures like declawing. And on top of all that, they're actually making changes to help ease the vet shortage, making sure more animals can get the care they need. It's a really comprehensive approach. But hey, this isn't just a California story. Let's hop all the way across the country and see how this momentum is building. Down in Florida, they're getting super innovative. First up, there's Dexter's Law, which goes live today. It creates a public database of convicted animal abusers, a seriously powerful tool to stop repeat offenders in their tracks. At the same time, they're looking out for pet owners too by setting up the state's first ever rules for pet insurance. That means families can get care for their pets without facing these crippling, unexpected costs. Okay, so that's what the governments are up to. But the story of this day doesn't stop there. Not even close. The ripple effect is going global, and it's hitting some of the biggest companies on the planet. For 5 long years, activists have been running a campaign called Kangaroos Are Not Shoes, pressuring these giant sportswear companies to make a change. And as of January 1st, 2026, they can officially declare a huge, huge victory. I mean, just look at this list. We're talking about the heavy hitters here. Adidas, New Balance, Asics, all told 9 major brands have now officially ditched kangaroo leather. This is a massive win for consumers who voted with their wallets. And get this, the impact doesn't stop with shoes. It's expected to put major pressure on the pet food industry to find more humane and sustainable protein sources too. But all this progress, it doesn't just happen in a vacuum. It's built on the work of true pioneers. And as this new era for animals begins, the world is also taking a moment to mark the passing of one of its most important icons. On this day, it's a really poignant moment to remember the incredible legacy of Brigitte Bardot. Here was a global film star who, at the absolute peak of her fame in the 70s, did something almost unthinkable. She just walked away. She left it all to dedicate her entire life to animal rights. From fighting against the seal hunts to creating her own foundation, so much of the progress we're seeing today really does stand on the shoulders of her work. And this quote, wow, it just captures her entire mission so perfectly. I gave my youth and beauty to men. I'm going to give my wisdom and experience to animals. Just a powerful, powerful statement about a life that was totally redefined by passion and purpose. All right, so from the solemn and respectful, our story on this first day of the year is about to take one more turn, a turn for the slightly surreal. Let's head down to Australia for a story that shows the more unpredictable side of our relationship with animals. So imagine this. You're an Australian lawmaker, a guy named Andrew Mackay. You come home after a long day, maybe ready to kick back for the new year, and you walk into, a bit of a surprise. And his reaction was just priceless. He finds a horse and a steer just chilling in his living room, and his first thought isn't how did they get in here, but that this was clearly their first time experiencing air conditioning. So how on earth did this happen? Well, it was this hilarious chain reaction. Apparently his own pet dog let itself into the house, but, didn't bother to close the door behind him. Seeing a golden opportunity, a horse and a steer from nearby just decided to wander in out of the heat and make themselves right at home. It's just a funny, heartwarming reminder that sometimes animals are going to do what animals are going to do. So let's pull it all together now. We've had one day, 3 continents. We've seen legal battles won, corporate policies changed, a powerful legacy honored, and a hilarious house party. It's all part of one single unfolding story. What the events of January 1st, 2026 really show us is this huge global shift. It's happening in our government buildings, in the boardrooms of the world's biggest companies, and yeah, even in the living rooms of some very surprised lawmakers. The entire conversation we're having about animals and our responsibility to them, it's changing.
And the wildest part of all of this was all in just the first 24 hours of the year. It leaves you with one final, really fascinating thought. If this is just day one, what in the world will the next 364 days bring?